Hey guys, it's Phoebe. I hope you're all keeping really well and that you're all safe. Right, I'm going to get straight into the video. I'm going to show you a clip of AD's rant the other night about how the Rzuceks drove him away from YouTube and are now forcing him back onto YouTube from Patreon, and also he includes network in there as well. So let's just get straight into it. The clip's about a minute and a half, and I'm going to break it down into smaller sections to talk about it. Okay, the reason I'm going to show you the whole clip is because I want everyone to see that I haven't edited it in any way, shape or form. I never edit anything that Armchair Detective says to make it look like he said something else. So I'm going to have to show you the whole clip. As I said, it's about a minute and a half. Okay, let's go.
They drive me off YouTube. I respectfully join Patreon and make my own films in Patreon for my supporters that go in there. They pay a monthly subscription and it's private. One of their trolls has come in and verbatim stolen all my work, and verbatim stolen all my work. And guess where they're putting it? On YouTube. The very place the Franks don't want it. There's a guy coming into my Patreon private, mentioning the names of the subscribers, doxing them, and putting it on YouTube, and he's getting more views than I am. Because it's my work, and it's what you want to see. You want to know what I'm saying, so you go and see it. But he's stealing it. And underneath, there's a load of derogatory comments, all hate against me. All hate against me. And guess who I found in there? Frank. Keep up the good work. So I'm responding right now. Keep up the good work. So that means Frank wants my work that's in Patreon on YouTube. He doesn't want me to say it. He wants this thief who stole it to say it. Why do you want to see it, Frank? Why do you want it on YouTube? Well, I'm going to put it on YouTube for you. I have to now. I have to now, because you've supported this guy that's stealing my work. And he's twisted my work around. There's disgusting comments about me underneath.
Okay, so where to start? That was his rant, and I'm so upset and angry that he has brought the Chris Watts case back onto YouTube, because how many times have the Rzucek family asked him not to talk about their family, not to show photos of their family? And the other night he even showed one of Shanann's Facebook videos. So he's just blatantly, totally disrespecting their wishes, and it really, really upsets me. And they need somebody in their corner, and we are in their corner, aren't we? We're very, very strong Rzucek family supporters on this channel. So let's break it down.
And there's disgusting comments about me underneath.
So AD, you talk about disgusting comments left about you. Have you any idea the sort of comments that your supporters leave? Let's have a look at two that were left on my channel a couple of months ago. And AD, on your channel there are lots of nasty comments. There are comments that are very derogatory towards the Rzucek family. I've seen them. I've screenshot them. One in particular, I'm not going to show them. I thought long and hard, and I almost did show them, but I decided not to because I don't want to upset anybody. And you know, there was one really, really nasty comment, and it was only 3 hours old when I first saw it. So I left it and thought maybe AD will remove it from his channel. You know, he criticised Rocket Man the other night about leaving up a nasty comment, and AD has done the same, because I went back to have a look, and this comment, I think it's now 2 or 3 days old, and it is still there. I'm not going to show it, but you know, it's there. So yeah, Armchair Detective, your supporters are not sweet little innocent angels as you may believe. And I don't think for 1 minute that you're not aware that they go round other channels and they leave disrespectful comments about the Rzucek family. And even in response to Mr. R recently, you know, they start off with respect, Mr. Rzucek, and you just know that what's coming is not going to be positive at all. Okay, so let's continue.
They drive me off YouTube. I respectfully join Patreon. There's the Patreon link. Somebody else will do Patreon. There's the Patreon link. Somebody else will do Patreon.
They drive me off YouTube and I respectfully join Patreon. That is insinuating that he only went and joined Patreon because he had to leave YouTube. He's using his words incorrectly because he's insinuating something that's not true. That clip that you just saw was from the 26th of April last year, and he's actually been on Patreon since at least December of 2018, so about 16 months now. And while I'm on the subject of Patreon, he's obviously taken his count, you know, how many Patreons he's got. He's removed that from his page, but I don't know whether he just thinks he's clever because he's got a goal of achieving 1,000. It's showing the percentage of his goal that he's achieved, and it's currently at 82. So that means that he's got between 820 and 830 Patreons, doesn't it? So he hasn't really achieved anything by removing his Patreon subscriber count. And I wonder whether he will use his money wisely when he achieves 1,000, because he also made a promise that when he achieved 500 supporters on Patreon that he would hire an editor. Don't know if you remember that. And that never happened, did it? Broken promises. Okay, let's move on.
One of their trolls has come in and verbatim stolen all my work, and verbatim stolen all my work, and he's twisted my work around, and verbatim stolen all my work, and he's twisted my work around.
So which is it, Armchair Detective? You can't have it both ways. If something is verbatim, it is using your own words, your original words, and then you say that he's twisting your words. So which is it? And the troll that he's talking about is Network. And when he said one of their trolls, what's he referring to? Are we Rzucek trolls? Because the Rzucek family certainly haven't asked anybody to troll for them. We do this all off of our own volition because we support the Rzucek family. We're not anybody's trolls, certainly not the Rzucek family trolls, because they just simply wouldn't ask anybody to do that for them. No way. Okay, so moving on, and now we're getting to the crux of what really, really upsets me.
And guess who I found in there? Frank. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. So that means Frank wants my work that's in Patreon on YouTube. Keep up the good work. So that means Frank wants my work that's in Patreon on YouTube.
Oh my goodness. Armchair Detective is now a mind reader. How do you know, Armchair Detective, what Mr. Rzucek wanted or wants and what he meant by that comment? You don't know what he meant. The only person that really knows is Mr. Rzucek, and he certainly didn't mean for you to get your Chris Watts case back on YouTube. That's the last thing they want, and you know it. Whether you admit it to yourself or not, you know it. Deep down, you know that they do not want you bringing the Chris Watts case back onto YouTube, and it is just so disrespectful. I can't keep saying it because I know it doesn't just upset me. I know it upsets all of you, and it is just so disrespectful in my opinion. And oh, it's just, I really have no words. I really have no words. Okay, so moving on.
Well, I'm going to put it on YouTube for you. I have to now. I have to now. I have to now.
No, you don't have to put it back on YouTube, AD. That is a choice that you are making. It is a conscious decision that you are making, and you know that it is going to upset the Rzucek family. You know that, and you are still making the decision to put your Chris Watts case back on YouTube, and that is unfair. It is cruel, Armchair Detective. It is cruel to the Rzucek family. You know how they feel. You really don't believe that they want you to put your work back on YouTube. You're just using Frank's comment as a one-off, as an excuse to come back to YouTube, because your views have dropped drastically since you've stopped making videos about the Chris Watts case. And it just upsets me so much. That family is grieving. They are healing, if it is at all possible. Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I'm just getting too upset thinking about it. In my opinion, Armchair Detective has used Frank's comment to get the Chris Watts case back onto YouTube, or his version, should I say, which is a complete load of absolute rubbish. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe that Chris Watts told the full truth either, but I certainly don't believe that there was anybody else involved either. So thank you again for sharing your time with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to leave you with one last clip, because this is what I feel is the real reason that Armchair Detective was so upset that night. Take very, very good care and stay safe. I love you lots. Bye bye.
He's getting more views than I am. He's getting more views than I am. He's getting more views than I am. He's getting more views than I am.